New tonight at 10, the University of Arkansas decides to part ways with a professor even after a faculty committee unanimously voted for her to keep her job. 5 News reporter Taylor Howard in the studio now joining us to explain what this is all about. Taylor?
Yeah, Darren, this case centers around what Professors Dr. Shirin Saidi was posting on X. The posts were about issues involving Israel, Gaza, and Iran. She's now taking action, and I got to sit down with her attorney today. A University of Arkansas professor is now facing termination following controversy over posts on social media. The university claims the posts included language it viewed as violent and discriminatory. In a letter obtained by 5 News, the university points to multiple posts. A faculty committee reviewed the case and recommended she keep her job, but the university disagrees.
I think the interesting thing here is that the faculty committee, from my perspective, was the first body to slow down and actually evaluate the evidence.
Dr. Saidi has appealed the decision, meaning now it will go to University of Arkansas Board of Trustees.
The university is engaged in an internal process right now. They hold all the cards, they hold all the power until the next stage where they get to try to defend this in court.
Thompson feels the university's decision to fire Dr. Saidi is political, similar to how others have felt after the university rescinded an offer for a new dean for the law school earlier this year.
I see it as the university is just bowing to the political pressure of the Republican Party and off-campus political activists here in Arkansas.
I reached out to the university today, who told me they had no comment. Thompson says the entire process has taken a personal toll on Dr. Saidi.
This is a person, she's a thoughtful person, she's a mother, and this has been an incredibly difficult experience for her and for her family.
When it comes to legal action underway, Thompson says he's confident in their case.
From my perspective, a jury is going to see the facts very similarly to the way that the faculty committee saw the facts. And I think that the administration of the University of Arkansas is ignoring that to their peril.
Her attorney says this isn't just about her job, but a bigger question about free speech and academic freedom on campus. Taylor Howard, 5 News.
Okay, Taylor, thanks for that report tonight. Meanwhile, University of Arkansas Associated Student Government is taking a stance on money from students going to support sports. Tuesday night, senators unanimously passed a resolution opposing any increase in tuition or new student fees to support Razorback athletics. The vote comes after a poll showed more than 80% of students do not support paying more for athletics. In the resolution, student leaders say affordability and academics should remain top priorities and that any future cost increases should first be approved by students. A civil investigation underway now into the death of a college basketball player from Valonia, Arkansas. Ethan Dietz died in November after suffering a fatal head injury during a game with Connor State College in Oklahoma. The 3 law firms say they're now investigating what's happened after the game. Dietz reportedly did not get medical treatment and instead went back on the team bus. When the team got back to Connor State, that's when he started having seizures, and doctors then discovered a brain bleed. Bentonville's mayor giving her State of the City address tonight. The head of RDOT also stopped by to talk about traffic in the city. Mayor Stephanie Orman says the focus continues to be on managing growth and infrastructure. Mayor says Jared Wiley, the head of RDOT, wants to continue to partner with cities in managing traffic more efficiently. She says while doing that, she wants to maintain Bentonville's culture.
Along with that growth, the things that we're able to produce here, the business climate, the arts and culture, our outdoor recreation, and really all of that is geared towards a high quality of life. And that's really our mission in the city of Bentonville, have a safe city to have high quality of life.
Bentonville also held its annual Volunteer Appreciation Night tonight. The Helping Hands thrift store off D Street was awarded the key to the city. Johnson County has a new interim sheriff tonight. The Quorum Court appointing Chief Deputy Grant Nicely at a special meeting last night. Nicely replaces now resigned Tom Hughes. He also ran for Johnson County Sheriff last month's primary, but lost to Dale Wood and Gaston Griggs. Griggs won Tuesday's runoff and now will face Democrat Larry Jones in November. Nicely will serve as interim sheriff until the end of this year. Meanwhile, we learned today Centerton Mayor Bill Edwards will not seek re-election in November. Edwards did not give his exact reason, but said it wasn't an easy decision to make Edwards has served as Centerton's mayor since 2010. He's been a public servant with the city for the past 21 years. Brian Norris, one of the Republican candidates for Arkansas Secretary of State, has now requested a recount after Tuesday's runoff election. After that count, Norris lost by 900 votes statewide to State Senator Kim Hammer. All 75 county board of election commissioners will now have to do a recount and then certify those results. We've already heard Washington County will conduct its recount on Monday. Whoever wins will move on to face Democrat Kelly Grappe in November. The Siloam Springs School District is trying to dig out from nearly $500,000 in unpaid lunch meal debt while still promising no child will go hungry at school. District leaders say the goal now is to help families catch up before some accounts could be sent to collectors. 5 News reporter Bo Russell spoke to the school district's assistant superintendent about how they can get out of this very tough situation.
In Siloam Springs, when a student comes to the cafeteria, they eat.
No child is denied a lunch, and then also too, no child is denied an equal lunch as a student who does pay or on any other meal status.
But district leaders say those meals still have to be paid for somehow. Right now, currently enrolled students account for about $200,000 in debt. The district's total unpaid meal balance is close to $500,000.
So ultimately, whenever our food services are in debt, we have to take the money from other areas and reallocate it in order to make it whole.
In other words, some departments are losing out to make up for the meal debt. They say the debt stretches back as far as 2011, but most of it has piled up in the last few years, even after federal funding helped during COVID.
During COVID era, all of our students ate for free. What a lot of districts got into and what a lot of families across the state got into was used to not filling out those free and reduced rate forms.
The district says some families who now qualify for free meals have built up debt before filling out that paperwork. McClung says the average balance is just over $126 per student, though some owe far more.
And we don't want to just automatically turn this over to collections, which is why we launched the Erase the Debt campaign.
McClung says the biggest thing the district wants right now is awareness and communication with families who may be struggling.
We do know that we can work with those families. We're more than happy to work with those families and work towards that because we know that in some of these cases trying to pay forward what is accumulated in their child's lunch account is insurmountable for any family.
Bo Russell, 5 News.
A circuit court judge has dismissed a lawsuit against the city of Fayetteville after 2 homeowners sued over its short-term rental ordinance. That lawsuit was filed by a Texas couple who applied to use the house as a short-term rental, but the city denied that application and said there were too many short-term rentals in that neighborhood already. The couple said the ordinance was too vague, but a district court and now a circuit court disagreed. The city officially legalized its short-term ordinance last year and capped the amount of permits issued to 475.